Hey everyone, I recently got my hands on some more titanium cooking gear, so while it's still nice and shiny, I figured I'd do a quick video showing you what I got, what I plan on using it for. This is my old Toaks titanium kit. I have no complaints about this, but this kit does prioritize being compact and nesting together. They do that extremely well, but because of this reason, it's also really limiting in what you could do with it, and I thought it would be nice to have a little change, have a little more options when I go out. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is a 750 pot. I think this is the base to any of these backpacking ultralight titanium kits. You can do anything with a 750 pot, whether it's make coffee, make tea, make a soup, make a meal, boil some water. It'll cover all the grounds. Might not be the best thing for your situation or what you're doing, but it will do almost anything, or if not anything, you need to do. This is one from Toaks. Now, they do have it with a bail handle, but I did not get one at the time. I didn't realize how important it was. When you place this on a campfire, boil water, whatever you want to do with it, the handle will eventually get hot. Even if the flame's on the front side, this handle will get hot. So I did not realize how convenient having a bail handle. Just grab a stick, lift that right off the fire. This was definitely a priority in getting a new cup, and this will probably be my go-to cup from now on. If you're just going for a day hike and that 750 might be too big, that's where a 400 size cup comes into play. This is perfect for a drinking cup, coffee, tea maybe, whatever you like. It actually fits inside the 750, so this is a great option if you want to keep it small. And to keep it even smaller, this is a 125 milliliter cup. Now, this is marketed for tea, you know, it's a small little teacup. I actually think it's a really good trail espresso cup, so we're going to be trying it out for that. Everything here, I have more stuff for tea, but I'm kind of a coffee drinker, so I'm going to try to orient it all towards coffee. But this looks like a really good espresso cup to me, so for that reason, we'll be using this. Here we have a pretty basic bowl. It's around 400 milliliters. Yes, you could just eat out of the pot or the cup. Not much to say about this, it's a bowl, but it is nice to feel civilized and eat out of an actual proper bowl sometimes around the trail. It's a bit too small for an actual full meal for an adult, but it's a good size for a snack, maybe breakfast, some oats, some eggs, something like that. It's a really good size for breakfast, that's what I use it for. To go back on the subject of tea, this is a tea filter. Place it on your cup, brew your tea, pour it through, it'll filter it out. It's quite small. I'm going to see if I can grind up some coarse coffee and wondering if it'll work that way. Probably not, but we'll try it out one day. Here we have a little storage container meant to keep something like tea leaves, coffee. I'll be using it for coffee. Really, you could use it for whatever you want. If you want to put fire starter in there, whatever you feel like it. This here is a first for me. This is a liquid gas stove. I've never used one for backpacking or camping. It's just never been a priority of mine to carry extra flammable liquid in my pack, so this is new to me. I'm excited to try it out. It comes with a wind guard, place that over, and some grates to make a little platform to put your cup on. Like I said, it's something I've never used before, but it's really popular. I'm looking forward to it. This is a 2-liter pot. I sometimes go in a group of 3, 4, 5 people, and it's nice to just make one big batch of food instead of everyone making small portions or making their meal one at a time. This solves that. It's not any heavier than any of these cups, so it's a nice addition. Easy to make one big batch of food. And paired with that, we have a large frying pan. I can finally cook a decent sized steak on my hot tent stove. I'll also use this other times in the year, but finally glad to be able to cook a steak in my hot tent. Just as a comparison, again, not to say one is better than the other, but this is the SilverAnt one I have now. This is the 1600 Toaks frying pan. So, quite a big difference. Back on the subject of tea, this is a tea steeper. So, as you can see, quite fine, a little mesh in there, meant to filter your tea leaves out. I'm going to try to use this for coffee as well. If not, I'll be using it for tea. I do like those single-use backpacking pouches of coffee. However, it's nice to have a reusable option, and that's where this comes in. If you couldn't tell, I really like coffee. This is a French press, and as you can see, I've had this before. I've been really abusing this thing because I want to do its own video. I want to talk about it. When I like a piece of gear, I like to do its own video on it. And this I really like. Here we have a sake bottle. Now, you'll rarely see this on my channel because I usually feature beer, but hot sake was actually my beverage of choice when I started winter camping. It's basically rice wine. I really like the design of this because they added vents into the cap, so just loosen this a bit, and as it gets hot, it'll actually vent out and release the pressure. The way I use this is I'll take any one of the pots I just showed you, put water in that, boil that water, and place this into the hot water. It'll warm up this without boiling it. Be good to drink. It's actually a really nice beverage in the cold seasons. Now, last but not least, but probably most important, water bottles. Now if you do any sport, you go hiking, backpacking, you play hockey, you go to the gym, you probably have your favorite shaker cup, your favorite squeeze bottle, your favorite Nalgene maybe. A good water bottle, or water bottle you like, definitely makes it more enjoyable to drink water. So for this case, I got two here. This is a 400 milliliter. This is a 800 here. This is actually to replace my Nalgene sometimes. I got a slimmer backpack, which I can't really fit this in sometimes. So as you can see, this is a nice slim bottle. It'll fit nicely in the side pocket. One thing you can also do with this that you can't do with the Nalgenes is you can boil water. Now if you're gonna do that, loosen the cap or even take off the cap, because this will explode otherwise. So I'd even suggest barely leaving it on, maybe half a turn. That way the pressure can escape. Even better, leave it off. Be very careful if you're gonna boil water in one of these. Each of these bottles also came with a neoprene sleeve. You can attach it to the outside of your pack. I probably won't use these often, but it was a nice addition that they were included. Fun fact, if you happen to have the plunger for a Jetboil French press, or you're just looking for another way to make coffee, they do sell these individually. It's the regular size, and it fits really nicely in the SilverAnt 750. A few reasons why I like titanium gear so much: it's really light and extremely durable too. So regardless of which way you camp, whether it's car camping, kayak camping, bike packing, you're gone for a day hike, you're backpacking, whatever it is, you pick and choose the pieces you want to bring that day, you pack it, bring it with you, it'll do the job. You can also use it with any kind of heat source. So a liquid gas stove like I just showed you, an isobutane stove, a hot tent stove right on the fire. You can really be creative with this. When there's a storm and I lose power at my house, I actually use these on my barbecue, so they're really useful. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.